Good morning. I'm here with Michaela and Noah to talk about the subject of climate change. Today we'll be talking about why we should be concerned, human and natural causes, and what we should do about it.
Now, some important news. Based on CNN, rising sea levels have been becoming dangerous to us. Nearly 1/3 of Bangladesh can be submerged in water in the near future.
Why we should be concerned about the climate change is that the average temperature on Earth is increasing every year, according to the Climate Change Education Center. Rising temperatures can lead to droughts, heat waves, more forest fires, melting ice caps that increase sea levels, floods, and more severe storms. These can affect agriculture, wildlife, and the economy. Rainforests may store less carbon dioxide since some trees cannot stand the drought. That's from live science. The warming of the world changes territories from where pollinators and wildlife will be, and the decline of growing wildlife from New York Times.
Throughout history, people and societies have adjusted to and coped with changes in climate and extremes with varying degrees of success. Earth's climate has been relatively stable for the past 12,000 years, and this stability has been crucial for the development of our modern civilization and life as we know it. Modern life is tailored to the stable climate we have become accustomed to. As our climate changes, we will learn to adapt. The faster the climate changes, the harder it could be. According to CNN, becoming informed about climate change has been proved the most powerful way that the average person can combat climate change, says J. Marshall Shepard, former president of the American Meteorological Society and professor at the University of Georgia. After being informed about the harmful causes of climate change, now you can start getting involved in educating others about the big picture. Your green strategies in your daily life can have a small impact, but the whole plan has to be on board for dealing with climate change in order to investigate global effects. The EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, recommends that students give presentations on climate change and encourage your institutions to increase energy efficiency. If you can't do this, then you can start with something more simple, like making changes around the house. For examples, you can insulate your home, making use of recycling programs, reduce water waste, use green power such as solar panels, and more.
One of the human causes is CO2, and that is the primary greenhouse gas that is produced mainly by burning fossil fuels. Humans burn fossil fuels by running electricity, transportation, and the industry. That's from US EPA. Nature. Now, the increase in the sun radiation, that is the nature cause. It's the increase in sun's radiation. Methane is more of a greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide. Fortunately, it maintains an atmospheric blanketing layer that supports life on Earth. Too much methane in the atmosphere, however, would cause too thick of a blanket, and that could become potentially harmful to the planet from IRC.
The most important thing that is causing global climate change is greenhouse gases that Noah was talking about. Reducing greenhouse gases emissions is key to solving global climate change. A major way these gases get into the atmosphere is when people burn coal, oil, and natural gas for energy. Everyone uses energy and everyone can be part of the solution. And now we've got some important breaking news from Holly.
On the scene, Rebecca, to you.
Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. And don't swim in the sea. Incredibly, people have been spotted in the water here in Blackrock and Salt Hill both today and yesterday.
Thanks, Rebecca. That was interesting. Now to Noah and Michaela.
The weather has a large impact on the world in many different ways. There are major disasters such as hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, and droughts. Hurricanes. The first thing a hurricane needs to form is warm water that is more than 80 degrees. The warm water provides energy for the hurricane and causes more evaporation, making humid air and clouds. Since warm air is less dense than cold air, the warm air rises and evaporates. The second thing that a hurricane needs is winds to come together and force the warm air upward. The third step is Mother Nature doesn't form a hurricane and make the winds flow outward above the storm, allowing the air below to rise. The fourth component is having a hurricane occur is humid air rising, making the clouds of the storm. The last step a hurricane needs are light winds. Outside the hurricane, steer it and let it grow. As the hurricane grows, it becomes larger and increasing in its category, 1 being the smallest and 5 being the largest. Now you know how a hurricane can form, so be on the lookout.
Tornadoes. Most tornadoes form from thunderstorms over land. In order for a tornado to form, you need warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico and cool, dry air from Canada. When the two air masses meet, they create a problem in the air. Rising within the updraft tilts the rotating air from horizontal to vertical. An area of rotation 2 to 6 miles wide now extends through a lot of the storm. Most tornadoes form within this 2 to 6 mile radius.